That can only mean one thing. The Europa League is back, and we are into the knockout playoff round. How does this round work? Obviously, we have the third place teams in the Champions League facing off against the second place teams in the Europa League, and then the winners of these ties will meet the 8 group winners in the Europa League to complete the round of 16 of this year's Europa League. And what ties we have. I mean, these ties could be better than what we will see in the round of 16 of the Europa League. So I cannot wait to preview and predict them in this video. Remember, guys, give your predictions in the comment section down below. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get it up to 16, because obviously there are 16 teams in this knockout playoff round. And also one more thing. I will have a live stream on Wednesday discussing about the games that are happening on Thursday. So if one of your teams are playing in the knockout playoff round, you are more than welcome to join. Further ado, let's get to the predictions of the knockout playoff round. In the first tie, we have Sevilla taking on Dinamo Zagreb. So we know Sevilla, right? This is their competition. The final is in Sevilla. It's just made for them to win this tournament once again. They absolutely love the Europa League. Lopetegui's side have been impressive once again in the La Liga, and after disappointing in the UCL group stage where I thought they would get out and in the top 2 positions they didn't, they'll look for a Europa League crown once again. They've struggled to score at times, but now with the addition of Anthony Martial, they are looking good to score some goals. They have a playmaker and they have the goal scorer who can make a difference in this tie. So Sevilla are looking very, very strong. And for Dinamo Zagreb, now under Zeljko Kopic, the Zagreb have been performing well after, picking up an impressive away victory at West Ham United in the final match of the group stage of the Europa League. They'll look for the upset because they're definitely going to be the underdogs in this tie. But we know what happened last year in the Europa League. Dinamo Zagreb knocked out Tottenham Hotspur. And with Orsic and Petkovic, they have some dangerous players that can hurt this Sevilla side. But we know who's good. I think majority of people will say Sevilla will win this tie, but they cannot underestimate this Dinamo Zagreb. But Sevilla to win this tie. The second tie, we have Atalanta taking Olympiacos. So Atalanta, Gasparini's side haven't been very impressive in 2022. They have been struggling. 2021 at the end was pretty good, but now it's been a bit of a struggle, right? They haven't been scoring for fun like we know Atalanta and Gasparini's side do. So Muriel, Zapata, Pasalic, and these sort of guys, Malinovsky, and obviously Jeremy Boga, who they just picked up from Sassuolo in the January transfer window. These sort of players have to step up in the Serie A and in the Europa League, because I think Atalanta can definitely make a deep run in the Europa League, but they will be favorites. And Olympiacos still unbeaten in the Greek Super League, up and down in the group stage of the Europa League. But they have quality in Manolas, who they picked up, Mari Camara, plus an attack Tiquinho and El Arabi. So it won't be easy for Atalanta. Definitely Olympiacos are going to give them a tough matchup, because Olympiacos will be full of confidence because of how well they are doing in the Greek Super League. But Atalanta will go through in this tie. Not by the greatest margin, but they will slightly win this tie against Olympiacos. So Atalanta to go through. The third tie and one of the big matchups in the knockout playoff round, we have RB Leipzig taking on Real Sociedad. So after Jesse March got sacked, in comes Tedesco, took over, and the results have been getting a little bit better, right? Under Jesse March, it wasn't good whatsoever. They look a bit more solid at the back because they were leaking way too many goals under Jesse March. And with Nkunku, who's, one of the more impressive players in the Champions League this season, they are going to be looking for a deep run in the Europa League, or RB Leipzig. So it's going to be tough for Real Sociedad, a season that hasn't been so promising for them. It was great at the beginning. They were first of La Liga. Everybody was talking about them. And now they just can't score goals. They're lacking some goal scoring. Alexander Isak has to step up. He's had some injuries, not getting into rhythm really with the goal scoring. So Real Sociedad, they're very solid at the back, but they cannot score up front. So that's going to be a big issue, I think, in this tie. And for that reason, I'm going to go with RB Leipzig to win this tie over Real Sociedad. The next tie, and probably the biggest one of the lot, it is Barcelona taking on Napoli. So Barcelona, Xavi Ball has been balling recently. Some games they do struggle, but they just grind out results. They get a victory or they draw a game. And now with the additions of Adama Traore, Ferran Torres, and Aubameyang, they have more firepower up front. But defensively still, they are shockingly bad. That is something they need to sort out in this tie, because we know Napoli have some players that can hurt this Barcelona defense. So Xavi Ball, they play amazing football. They really move the ball well. And for Napoli under Spalletti, they had a great start to the season. Everybody was talking about, maybe they can win the Serie A. Then comes November, December. A lot of injuries happen to the squad. They fell away a little bit in Serie A, but now in 2022, picking up form, and they almost have a full squad in their hands. And with that main striker, Osimhen back, they have some firepower up front. You have Koulibaly at the back, Rahmani, Ospina. So Napoli don't concede a lot of goals. And now they can score some goals now with Osimhen back in the squad. So this game is going to be amazing. I think this is going to be amazing. Because Napoli are solid at the back, maybe sometimes lacking goals. Barcelona are looking very good at the up front and are looking terrible at the back. So what's going to happen in this game? This is a 50-50 toss-up. Toss it up and see what lands on your hand to see who wins this tie. I'm going to go with the more solid team at the back, and for that reason, I'm going with Napoli. I'm fearful of Barcelona's defense. Yes, they can score goals, but can they keep a clean sheet? Can they just hold Napoli to 1 goal? I don't see that. I feel like Napoli can win this tie, maybe 3-2 on aggregate or something like that. So this is going to be a big thing when it comes to this tie, but I think it's going to be amazing. But Napoli to go through against Barcelona. The 5th tie, it is Zenit St. Petersburg taking on Real Betis. Somewhat impressive group stage by Zenit, I must say, in the Champions League. Even though they finished 3rd, they weren't pushovers in their group with Chelsea and Juventus, of course. But now with Osmund transferred to Bayer Leverkusen, and they replaced him with Yuri Alberto from Brazil. So let's see how Zenit are going to look after getting rid of Osmund. We know Osmund was fantastic for them. And, you know, they have the winter break. They haven't had a lot of competitive games. So let's see what their match fitness is going to look like and intensity against this Real Betis side, who are having a great season. Advancing out of the group stage in the Europa League, semi-finals in Copa del Rey, and 3rd in La Liga. So Real Betis are absolutely no joke, and they are looking great at the moment. And you have Juanmi, you have Fekir having great seasons, plus Canales in the midfield. So let's see what type of mentality Real Betis will come into this game. I think they want to make a deep run, but they also want to kind of focus on La Liga, and they want to focus on winning the Copa del Rey. So let's see what's going to happen for Real Betis, but I just think that transfer Osmond is really going to hurt Zenit. So for that reason, I am going to go with Real Betis winning this tie. And the 6th tie, an interesting matchup. We have Borussia Dortmund taking on Rangers. Oh boy, Dortmund. I know they're 2nd in the Bundesliga. They still don't look good at the back. Defensively, it's been season after season after season. They just concede way too many goals. You can just say goals, 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 and more goals are guaranteed in every single Dortmund game. It's great for neutrals, but for a Dortmund fan, I don't know how you feel. We know they have amazing attacking options, but just defensively, they are just so shockingly bad. I mean, a perfect example is the Bayer Leverkusen, where they were just all over the place. And, you know, this Rangers side can hurt them. But now with Giovanni Reina back, they got more attacking options. Obviously, that Norwegian guy up front, Erling Haaland. Dortmund look good. They look amazing going forward. Just look shambles at the back. So let's see what's going to happen in this tie. And for Rangers, under now Giovanni van Bronckhorst after Steven Gerrard took the Aston Villa job. They're looking dangerous. With obviously Morelos having a great season. And now with the additions of Diallo and obviously Ramsey, Rangers can pose a threat to this Dortmund side. I don't think this will be a pushover for Dortmund because, you know, Rangers have some good attacking options that can hurt this shaky Dortmund side. I think this is going to be very high scoring. I could see maybe a 6-5 aggregate score or something like that for either team. But I just think Dortmund have too much firepower for Rangers, and Dortmund will go through in this tie. The 7th tie, it is Sheriff Tiraspol taking on Braga. We all know Sheriff Tiraspol. Amazing campaign in the Champions League group stage. Even though they finished 3rd, it was still amazing for them. They haven't had a competitive game since the 11th of December. So I want to see how these sides, you know, who play in Eastern Europe or in this Nordic countries, when they haven't lacking game time, how their intensity and match fitness is going to look like. Yes, you can play all the friendlies, but there's nothing can compare to actual intensity and match fitness. We know they're going to be a bit defensive, right? They're going to hit Braga on the counterattack, but they have proven time and time again that they are very, very good counter-attacking wise. And for Braga, kind of an up and down sort of season. I think they can focus now solely on the Europa League. You know, making top 3 in the Portuguese league is not really going to happen. So Braga can focus on the Europa League at the moment. And of course, with goal scorer Ricardo Horta, Braga will keep possession. It's just a matter of them being patient and just breaking down this Sheriff wall. Can they do that? You know what? Sheriff are going to win this tie. I think Sheriff will beat Braga. Because this is the magical story. Well, yeah, it is a magical story. Making it this far for Sheriff Tiraspol is pretty magical. And they will make it to the round of 16. And the last tie. It is Porto taking on Lazio. So we know Porto, 2 of their key players left during the January transfer window. Luis Diaz and Sergio Oliveira are gone after they went to Liverpool and Roma respectively. They haven't lost a game in the league. Been so impressive. A bit of a disappointing, I think, end to their Champions League campaign. They could have really beaten Atletico at home, but they didn't. But they have now made two interesting signings from other Portuguese sides, Galeno and Estacio, obviously. So they're going to have to step up in the absence of, obviously, Luis Diaz and Sergio Oliveira. And for Lazio, I mean, they're just like Dortmund, right? Sarri ball. You can say what you want about Sarri ball. They simply can't defend. Sometimes when I watch Lazio this season, I'm just like, what are they doing defensively? And what is Sarri thinking to himself when he sees the amount of mistakes that they make? We know they're great going forward. They can score goals, but they cannot defend. And with obviously dangerous players, Immobile, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, you just simply don't know what you're going to get with Lazio. They can either draw a game 4-4, they can win the game 3-1, or they can lose 4-0, 5-0. You don't know what you're going to get with this Lazio side at the moment. But with Porto, I know what I'm going to get, so I'm going to go with Porto winning this tie against Lazio. There you have it, the knockout playoff round predictions of the Europa League this season. Remember, guys, on Wednesday next week, there will be a live stream discussion about the game, so you are more than welcome to come onto the stream and give your thoughts about if your team is obviously playing, and if you're Napoli, Barcelona, Sheriff Tiraspol, Braga, Porto, Lazio fan, you guys are more than welcome to come on, share your thoughts about the games. How are you feeling about it? Are you feeling confident, not so confident? Just send me a message on Twitter. You can find my link to my Twitter in the description down below. Remember, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and have a beautiful day. Enjoy the knockout playoff round for the Europa League. The Conference League predictions will come soon, so don't worry about that, Conference League fans. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world, and adios!